Okay, so all I want to do is share my screen. Okay, this is Dr. Brandy Marks, biblical and licensed mental health counselor, Vancouver, Washington. Today we're looking at an eagle's story, learning to soar high above. Now, the story about the eagle, many people are already familiar with. And this poem, though, was created from that original eagle story. Once upon a time, on a high mountaintop, an earthquake caused an eagle's egg to drop. It rolled far down to the chicken farm, yet the hens protected the big egg from harm. When the egg hatched, a baby eagle was born, and all the hens raised it as one of their own. While the eagle loved his own flock of friends, he knew he was meant to be more in the end. The eagle saw others like him far up in the sky, and like them the eagle wanted so much to fly. His friends laughed for him wanting to be more. You are only a chicken, and they do not soar. The eagle went on, staring far up into the sky, dreaming one day he too would take off and fly. While the chickens all said that it can't be done, he knew he was different and wanted to be one. I've never tried to fly so high up in the sky. He said, why at least don't I give it a try? What if it hurts me to fall from a high shelf? And what if I fall and make a fool of myself? Wanting so much to be something more, to fly in the sky and like an eagle to soar, he went to a cliff shelf so no one could see as he struggled to fly and be all he could be. He flapped his wings and fell flat on his face, so he tried again and even picked up the pace. With no one to watch him embarrass himself, after a few times the eagle flew off the shelf. What a marvelous feeling to fly into the sky and looking down below from way up so high. He tipped his wings, saying goodbye to the hens, then he soared away from all of his friends. Here is the original ending. Each time the eagle talked about his dreams, he was told he could not do it because, and many of you have always heard the reasons why you can't do something. That was what the eagle learned to believe. After a time, the eagle stopped dreaming and went on to live life like all the other chickens. Finally, after a long, uneventful life as a chicken, the eagle passed away. So what do you want to be in life? Are you willing, like the eagle, to soar? What's stopping you from achieving exactly what you desire?
They told you you're not good, no. They told you you're not right. We told you you're not strong enough to put up a good fight. We told you you're not worthy. We told you you're not loved. We told you you're not beautiful. You'll never be enough. Fear is a liar. He'll take your breath, stop killing yourselves. Fear is a liar. He'll rob your rest, steal your happiness, cast your fear in the fire. 'Cause fear is the liar.
And that is exactly what stops us all too often. Fear. But everyone experiences fear, insecurities, anxieties. You know, it's not experiencing, it's feeling these. It's what you do in response. You know, you can go move ahead in spite of your fear and not worry about it. All the people that have told you what you can't do, forget that. What is it you want to do? Now, for believers, we believe that if we have a certain desire in our heart, then we trust that God gave that to us. If we hope for something, well, hope is the foundation of all of our faith. You know, we hope in something, and by faith, we pursue it. We don't allow fear to hold us back because we know God is in control. Okay? Now, the devil's a liar. He's the one that brings the fear into our lives, believe it or not. Okay, so ask yourself again, what do you want to be in life? What do you want to achieve? Are you willing, like the eagle, to soar? What's stopping you from achieving exactly what it is you desire? Now, when I was in my early 20s, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I was down in Sausalito, smoking dope, having a great old time. You know, living on a houseboat on San Francisco Bay. Yeah, there in Sausalito. And then I came back up the Pacific Northwest, got a job, and went back to living a normal life. And before I knew it, I was pregnant and had my first son. Well, my mom had a terrible time trying to raise us kids when she was alone. There were 5 of us. One was left back home. The rest of us were kind of back and forth between relatives because it was so incredibly difficult for our mother to try and raise us. She was working in the 50s as a waitress for 10 cents an hour, for pity's sakes. And true, you know, you could rent an apartment for probably $50 a month back then or something like that. I don't know really, because I was only a kid. But regardless, you know, it was a poverty wage, and she struggled with that. So when I had my first son, there was no way I was going to live and try to raise my one son on some poverty wage for a nurse's aide or something. So I'd gotten my GED in 1966. When my son was born, a year later, I was in school. I went to a community college, took some evening classes, and went as soon as I could and found out what classes I was good at. I transferred into the day classes and signed up for the nursing program because I knew there was good wages there and I was interested in it. I'd worked in a doctor's office helping out around there, and I'd learned a lot from that guy. So off to nursing school I went. I finished when I was 29. When I was 40, I got my bachelor's degree. When I was 50, I got my master's. Well, I was a little over 50. I think I was 51, 52 when I got my master's. And it took me 9 years to finish my doctoral degree. I was 68, going on 69. You're never too old to learn. God is always there to help you. Whatever your heart's desire, chances are He gave it to you. So go do your best to pursue it. And if it doesn't work, you think, well, I tried that and it's just not working. I've really given it my best shot. What else could I do? Don't give up. Try something else. Keep on flapping your wings. Pretty soon you'll find the area where you can soar and fly in. Okay. God bless. This is Dr. Brandy Marks, biblical and mental health counselor in Vancouver, Washington. Thanks so much for listening, and I hope this was enlightening for someone. You have a great day.